that the wealth of the Gentiles shall come to you. This morning, this is already morning. This morning I decree and I declare, in the year 2022, it's going to be a year of uncovering so many things. And when God uncovers these many things, from the north, there will encounter you. From the west, there are men that will encounter you, you don't know now. From the east, there are men that will encounter your family, you don't know now. God will do it in his own way. He is expecting, that is when God is going to manifest. What I don't expect to happen, that is what God is going to do. Because when he uncovers the veil, he will do it at his own right time. Be on your feet, everybody. He who dwells in the secret place of the Lord shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And then verse 8, listen to what verse 8 says. That only with your eyes you shall look and see the reward of. Only with your eyes. Remember that he said, for your eyes shall see and you shall be radiant, and your heart shall swell with joy. Then the wealth of the Gentiles shall come to you. And then Psalm 91 verse 8 is saying, only with your own eyes shall you see how the wicked are going to be what? To be rewarded. Meaning in the year 2022, you will never be blind as to see what God is going to do. That your eyes, listen to what that psalm said, verse 8, that only with your what? That your eyes shall what? Your eyes shall see. I decree and I declare over you this morning, your eyes shall see. You will not be blind. Your eyes shall see. The good that will come your way, your eyes shall see. The plan of the wicked that shall not succeed, your eyes shall see. The plot of the wicked against you that will not get to you, your eyes will fall in the year 2022. Your eyes shall see. You will not be blind to fall in that very pit. Your children will never be blind to fall in those pits. Your father will not be blind to fall in that pit. Your mother will not be blind to fall in that pit. Your eyes shall see. Your son shall see. Your daughter shall see. And you will see the reward of their wickedness. The reason why your eyes shall see the reward of the wicked, it is because you are innocent. In Acts, the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 23, verse 12 to 25, the story of Paul. I am giving that very story here. How 40 young men entered into a league. A league is an agreement. A league is a covenant. They entered into a covenant. And the covenant they entered, they started the covenant with fasting. I have spoken about this here. Acts chapter 23 until they killed St. Paul. That is the extent the men of the underworld could do. And here we will ask you and say, be on the mountain, pray and fast until you are asked to do it. Some will not even do it on their own until they are asked by their superior, by their pastor, by their priest in killing St. Paul. And what happened? Something happened. Then a young boy heard this very secret. And when he heard this very secret, what did he do? He ran and did what? Revealed this secret. That I heard some people planning, and they were waiting by the road because they knew that the road that St. Paul was going to follow, where they would take St. Paul to pass through. So they were waiting for him along the way to make sure that they eliminate him. Because he was a thorn in their flesh. He was a stumbling block to them. Remember, at some point they called the disciples and even St. Paul that these men that have turned the world side down with the message of Christ, and they were not happy. And their secret was laid. And immediately St. Paul sent a message and said, go and tell the king what this young man has said about the people that are planning to kill me along the way. This was what happened to those 40 young men. One, remember they fasted. They starved themselves, because if they had succeeded in killing St. Paul, their fasting would have been what? A success. So since they couldn't get St. Paul, one, they starved themselves. That is one. Are you following? Yes. Secondly, where they were waiting for St. Paul, they wasted their precious time waiting for him to no avail. There are people God is going to raise on your behalf. There are people God is going to raise on behalf of your children and your family. That if there are secret plans against you, these are the people God will raise to expose. God will use people to hear information of evil concerning you, and the secret will be exposed. They starved themselves from nothing. I decree and I declare this year, those who go into an agreement and a league, not for good but for evil, concerning you and anybody connected to you, the Lord said, like those 40 men, they will only starve themselves concerning you. They will only starve themselves concerning your heart. They will only starve themselves concerning your family. They will only starve. They spend hours upon hours waiting for St. Paul. I decree and I declare over you this morning, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, in the name of He who died and rose again on the third day triumphantly, this year 2022, men and women that are waiting for you for anything evil, they will waste their time. They will waste their time of the year 2022. Any veil that is before me, remember I said a veil could be a thing that separates. A veil could be like a curtain that separates the children of Israel from the presence of the Holy of Holies. And when Jesus cried, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani, the veil got torn from the top to the bottom. You are going to cry out to God. Any veil in the spirit. Remember the letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians in our second text. You see that anytime the Old Testament is read, that veil still blinds your heart. He was never talking about the physical veil that Moses was using. He was now talking about the spiritual veil in you. But it might be some people use the veil to cover you, and you don't even know that you are covered with the veil. I'm going to give you about 5 to 10 minutes to continue to pray. I don't know how you are praying. That is the last prayer we are going to pray. You are going to lead yourself, lead your family into year 2022. And you will make sure that the veil, you will start with yourself first. Let the veil that covers you be torn apart. If there is a veil that covers the family, tear it. If there is a veil that covers your career, tear it. If there is a veil that covers your future, tear it. If there is a veil that covers your office, tear it. If there is a veil that covers your business, tear it. If there is a veil that covers your academics, tear it. Continue to pray that veil, may you go ahead. In the name of Jesus, any spiritual veil that covers me unknowingly in the year 2021, trying to follow me blindly into the year 2022. Any veil in my family, anyone covered with any veil in my family line, my career, my family, my children, my office, my business, my future, my destiny, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, I tear that veil, I tear it and come apart, I remove that veil, and let it be consumed by the power of the Holy Ghost. When in the Gospel of John chapter 11, when Jesus goes to the grave of Lazarus, his friend, he asked them to remove the stone that covered the entrance to the tomb. They did. He lifted up his voice and thanked God. Then he cried out with a loud voice and said, Lazarus, come forth. Suddenly, the dead man Lazarus came out and stood just by the entrance to the tomb. But that was not all. Lazarus was covered with the veil of the dead body. Because Lazarus had already been wrapped with the white cloths that are meant for dead people. The Master Jesus said, loose that man and let him what? Though Lazarus came back to life, at the entrance to the tomb, Lazarus couldn't walk because he can't see. He was still covered with the clothes of death. And Jesus gave a command. Let him be loosed. Let him be released. Let the veil that covered him be uncovered. Be unveiled so that he could what? Go. We are going to pray the Lazarian prayer now. You are going to pray that any veil that covered, it was the veil that covered Lazarus, everywhere was covered. Remember Zechariah chapter 3, the story of who? Joshua, the son of Shealtiel. God said, is that not Joshua like a burning stick that was snatched from the fire? He said, take away the filthy garment from me. Moving into the future, 2022, in the name